Look, you see where the Dead Sea, you see where the fence is? Some 25 years ago, that's where the water used to be. Look how much dried up.
Wow.
Look on your left. This happened just in the last 25 years, yes. It's amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are passing near Kumran. This is where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. Look over to your right. You see there's a big cave up there on top of the hill?
Yeah.
This is one cave where they found scrolls in, cave 11. Then I'm going to show you, stop here for a minute so they can see the cave back there. That's one of the caves in which they found scrolls in. Okay. And then I'm going to show you another cave, cave 4, where they found a lot of scrolls in. And the scrolls themselves we're going to see in the museum, where we keep them now, you see? And this is Kumran. That's where a small community was living, and those were the community of the Essenes. Essenes. And they were the people who isolated themselves from the rest of the Jewish people. They had strong messianic expectations. They saw that what they've been doing tells us that that's where John lived. But he lived in the wilderness. He used to eat, you know what he used to eat? Locusts and wild honey. The wild honey, we know what it is, okay? Dates honey, I mean, that's the wild honey. But locust is what you eat in the desert, even though some believe that locust is the fruit of the carob. Maybe we'll stop here for a better picture. That was a little too far. That one for the cave here. And here's no wires, so I think you get a better picture, okay? Get your picture. You wanted to open the door for a minute? Take him for your camera. Huh? Huh?
Nuk ka besuar. Frata ai ka besuar me gjetë diçka tre. Ai ka lyp e bashkë me qëllim e ka gjetë aty kishnit, atë ka besuar se.
You want the microphone to tell them?
Ka gjetë punë lëse.
The father wants to tell them a few words.
Që këtë pra janë zjetë ato, si të quajmë shqipt e shtik. Pjesë të mëzhidhet papirusat të pështjelluna, janë kanë të shkrume në lëkurë qingjet zakonisht, që është kanë përgatit apostafat për këtë punë. Këto menohet se kanë jetu një esen, një soj regulltarsh në atë kohën të cilëve menohet se do të kenë përkallë gjënë pakzuesi. Po që është më interesant, ulumtimet e mbrapa ju kam thënë disave që i ka bën një farë luazi që ka kanë student Sorbonne të studiuar Biblien e manej çka po di vetë sikur se shpesh herë nol e ka lënë me shtarinë, është martu manej kreti jetën e vet ja ka kushtuar gati për me mujt e me mohue se qoja Biblia nuk është vërtet dokumentare, por është shkrimuar prej njerëzve. E në vend se me mbrojt asaj, ka mbrojt kundërtë. E sigurisht se Zotin në rrugë të veta ka drejtuar të nërshi, ai tash derisa ka desh mi e vënë dyshim çështjen e Shkrimit Shejt, ai mi e forcua me dokumenta që janë më pa evitueshëm.
What was found in Qumran is all the books of the Old Testament except book of Esther. That's the only missing one. And the only complete book is Isaiah. Isaiah, okay? Isaiah is the complete scroll that was found here in Qumran, and I'm going to show you now the cave where they found it. This is now the cave 4, where we're going to stop, so you get a picture, a good picture of. A little further. There it is. Okay, so you see this hall? We'll open the doors if you want to get off here. Nice.
Yeah.
Where's the cave? there.
The hole. When they found the scrolls. It's the most valuable thing that was ever discovered by men.
How were they found now?
They were in jars. You will see the jars where they found them in.
They hide them. They got destroyed.
Yes.
From a close-up, what it looks like.
Nothing. You can't go in there. It's nothing. They hide them. They were hiding them just in case.
I got it.
Yes, they were hiding them. You can't go to that cave. You can't go in there. There's no way to go there. It's sand. You know, it's all coming apart. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, tell us something.
Something?
Okay.
They don't look because that's up.
No, he's a guy. I don't want to take it.
Afterwards.
What? Yeah, oh good, I'll do it for you. Did you set it up? Because I'm not familiar with that.
And destroy them.
I can.
Different in 11 different caves. In 1947, the shepherd boy found them.
1947? Where do they have him now?
In the museum. We're going there. You will see the original scrolls when we go to the museum.
I was really interested.
We will see that. That's very, very.
Imagine, jag vet inte om jag passar med basen.
Well, I told you, if you ever want to be... when you're making...
I don't know why. That's the next thing you want to come to Israel? Thank you. Thank you. I take you to that restaurant where you were yesterday.
Don't knock that guy down. I think the guy tried, but he just...
Invaded this country. Now they wanted to make sure that those scrolls will be kept in a safe place. So they put them in jars and in their caves. No one knew about those scrolls to have been in those caves till a shepherd boy discovered them in the year 1947. He threw a rock into the cave and he hit the jar. His goat ran into the cave. What really happened is his goat ran into the cave, so he hit the jar, and then he went into. When he heard that noise, he went in, and that's when he found that jar. He opened the jar and he pulled out what was in the jar, and it was written on parchment. You know that the Jewish people, when they write their Bible, they write it on parchment. You know what's parchment? It is leather. It's skin, animal skin, like goat or sheep. And that's what you write the Bible. It has to be written on this kind of special leather. And that's what preserved it, really. So he found it, he brought it to his sheik, and he sold it to a shoemaker in Bethlehem. And that shoemaker is the one who contacted a Jewish professor, whose name is Professor Sukeni, and he sold it to him. And that's how... and he was the first one to realize that those are the original, must be something very special. He didn't know exactly what it is when he first got them, but he realized that they are very important and very valuable. Now the Arab guy got smart and decided not to sell them anymore because he saw how the Jewish people got excited about it. So they were taken out of Israel, they were smuggled out. This was 47, you have to remember it was time of war, and they brought them to the United States. Now no one knew what happened to the scrolls. The Assyrian Archbishop had actually control of it, and then they were put on sale in 1956. And that's how this government of Israel was able to buy them. Of course, before we bought them, we made sure to make everybody to think that they're fake. So the price will be very low. So that's how we got them for $500,000. And that's how we keep them now in the Israel Museum. And that's what we're going to see on, I think the day after tomorrow or Thursday. That's what we're going to see, the original scrolls in the museum in Jerusalem. And this is, if you ask me what's the most valuable thing that you have today in Israel, the answer is the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Would you sell them for $1 million?
Sell them for $1 million? You know, the income from the museum alone is $5 million a year. People come to see those scrolls. They charge $10 to see those scrolls. Yes, it is like Disneyland for you.
Where's the shepherd that found
The shepherd that found them is, I just read an article not too long ago. He didn't get anything, as things happened, and he didn't, of course, he didn't know what he found. You understand? He didn't know what he found.
But he will go in heaven for sure.
He will go into heaven, that's right.
So what better you want?
About the sheep that went into the cave.
The goat.
So this is one of those wonderful stories. And of course we're very glad that they were found, because I want you to understand the significance of the scrolls. This is a Bible that was written more than 2,000 years ago, and it's identical. It's the same Bible as ours today. That shows you how true the Bible is. That there is not, somebody could come and say before the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, hey, maybe some Jewish guy 1,000 years ago decided to write that Bible, and you stupid people all believe in that. He said, okay. He could say, well, we had never the way to tell him that this is not the way it happened, because the oldest Jewish manuscript that was known up till the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls was like 1,100 years old. Now we have a copy of the Bible that is 2,100 years old. In other words, 100 years before the time of Jesus, this is already the Bible. So when you say Jesus read out of Isaiah, you know he read the same book that you're reading from today. There's no question about it. So this is a great, maybe the greatest discovery. This is, to us, this is more than oil and more than anything. More than gold or oil. Even though we wouldn't mind to find some oil and gold.
Reverse psychology.
Huh?
Reverse psychology.
What is this on right side?
This is a new kibbutz. A new one. Yes, sir. What's your question, sir?
No, we just want to know.
We have another guide on the back.
Electricity or something. You explain it.
He's not translating anything that you're saying.
He makes his own story, I mean.
The conversation has nothing to
If
do
you
with
don't
this.
behave, I take you back to the restaurant where you were yesterday.
I spread the cards last night to them, so they know how to go there. I couldn't sleep from the spice.
Water.
This is water, but you don't want to know what kind of water it is.
Dead water.
That's the water from the restaurant we were yesterday. This is the sewage water of Jerusalem.
Oh, really?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it's dead anyhow, so who cares? It makes it more tasty, you know, more chemicals. It's richer this way. You change your mind about food? No, you must touch it. You know, this body of water is the saltiest body of water in the world. It got 8 times more salt than the ocean.